Hey guys, how's it going? Author Daniel Coolbaugh here. I just wrapped up a new book last night, Urban Fantasy, so I just want to talk a little bit about it today and try and encourage you guys to read it. In terms of the newest book I just read, I just finished Junkyard Druid by MD Massey. So sorry if I said that wrong, my friend. But this is book 1 of 12 of the Colin McCool Paranormal Suspense series. And it's so funny because it's the only book one out of the 12 that I could not find at a half-price bookstore in April and then this past June last month on my way to see my parents. And I was so disappointed. And then I didn't realize that book 2 was there in front of me. I thought it was a different series. My kid had my phone, was screaming and stuff. So I'm super disappointed that I did not get the paperback for Graveyard Druid. And then they had the rest of them. So I'm like hoping on our way back next month to see my parents for the summer, our last round. I'm hoping I can go back, and I'm hoping it's still there because the cover is absolutely amazing. I really love book 1, but you guys should definitely check out this series and his other works as well. But in terms of Junkyard Druid, I just wanted to read the blurb real quick. So rule number 1 of being a druid, never make deals with the fae. I think that's a good rule. So here's the blurb. I learned that the hard way. I'm Colin McCool. The last time I tangled with the fair folk, it cost me everything, my future, my sanity, and the woman I loved. Now I hide in plain sight behind scrap, iron, and warding spells, pretending the supernatural world doesn't exist. No magical creatures, no fae politics, no exceptions. Then a fairy queen, one powerful enough to make even the Celtic gods uneasy, blackmails me back into service. She wants a monster hunted, she wants it handled quietly, and she wants me to unleash the part of myself I swore I'd never use again. Because I'm not just a druid. I'm the last descendant of an ancient Celtic warrior bloodline, and when the curse inside me wakes, even the monsters start running. But every time I give in to that power, I lose a little more control. And if I lose control again, this time, there won't be anyone left to forgive me or stop me. So this was an amazing read. It was it kind of felt like cozy urban fantasy to me, if I could be honest. Like, I had my druids, I had my, my Celtic, mythological creatures, some gods and goddesses there, had some other pantheons, had your monster hunter, some fae, like werewolves, like, a little bit of vampire character in there. Like, had just some amazing stuff. Had cool spells. I thought the story was really interesting and a unique one to use for book 1. Left us with some questions for book 2. I felt the main character, learned some valuable lessons about himself, and is going in a new direction than when he started the book. I thought the book started off really well and ended really well. I felt really complete about this first installment in this series. It really made me really excited for book 2. And yeah, I really can't wait to read the rest of the series. It feels good to have a 12-book urban fantasy series that I could sink my teeth into, and just kind of go from there. I did talk to MD online. We are trying to, get an interview scheduled. So I'm hoping I can do that pretty soon with my upcoming 6th season for my podcast, the Fantasy and Sci-Fi Fanatics podcast. So I'm going to have this video on both channels. So I really hope you guys check out the rest of the series. The second one is called Graveyard Druid. Third one is Moonlight Druid. Then 4th is Underground Druid. 5th is Druid Justice. 6th is Druid Enforcer. 7th is Druid Vengeance. 8th is Druid's Due. 9th is Druid Apprentice. 10th is Druid Mystic. 11 is Druid Arcane. 12 is Druid Master. I say those because I really want you guys to look them up. The covers and the blurbs are all done really well. And then there's always also his Druid Apprentice series, which has 3 books currently. There's the Sylvan Cycle series, which is 4 books currently. There's the Junkyard Druid novellas. You guys know me in novellas, so I'll be checking those out. There's 8 of those so far. And then there's the Shadow Changeling series. There's 3 books in there so far. And then there's the Druid versus Superhero Fiction series, which looks awesome, which has 3 books. And then, I really think you guys should check out his other stuff too. It just looks really cool. Everything's done really well. Everything looks really professional. It's really the kind of urban fantasy that I want to write and the kind of products that I want to give you guys as an urban fantasy author and just as an author in general. So I really hope you guys check out this book. I I thought Colin McCool's character was interesting, had a lot of depth. The secondary characters were very interesting. Felt like, call it cozy urban fantasy for me, because like it was exactly what I want out of an urban fantasy book, particularly like a book one. I want to get introduced to the world, the characters, particularly the main character. You know, I want to see what the relationships are like between the different supernatural creatures, beings, and factions. You know, I want to see some cool spells. I want to see some cool fighting. You know, expect my druids to be awesome because of Hounded and Atticus O'Sullivan and Kevin Hearns, because this was the first urban fantasy book and series that I read and loved. So druids are near and dear to my heart. It has nothing to do with my Irish or Celtic background and ancestry, I swear. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book one. I really think you guys should check it out. And I am so excited to read Graveyard Druid next, and really to check it out. I think it's going to be an amazing series for me in particular, because like I said, it's right up my alley. And I went through this one fairly quickly, so I'm really looking forward to, like I said, book 2, Graveyard Druid. So if you guys have read this series or any of MD Massey's work, please let me know down in the comments section. Please, share, subscribe to this channel. This is going to be where I post all my author updates, and I'm going to start to do some urban fantasy author interviews and just some live chats and just different things with people throughout the next year while I'm, pumping my own stuff out to you guys. So in the meantime, you can check out this amazing series and book 1, Junkyard Druid by MD Massey. So thank you guys so much for checking this out. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And as always, happy reading, my friends. See you guys later.